So coming to the second question here, which is a question of limit with all these three possibilities and one answer is all of the above. In such cases, it's likely that you get answer D here. Okay, so let's start. So the value of limit of, so let me write it here. So it's limit as x tends to 0, okay, x raised to the power n into sine x whole raised to the power n over x raised to the power n minus sine x raised to the power n, where n is a natural number. See, what will I like to use here is, I will like to use here the series of sine which says that sine x is x, since see, sine is an odd function, isn't that? So here you have only odd polynomial terms here, okay, with alternate positive negative sign here, bachcho. So with alternate positive negative sign, okay. So that's the series which I am going to use. So therefore, limit as x tends to 0, x raised to the power n into x minus x cubed by 3 factorial plus x raised to the power 5 by 5 factorial, and then whole raised to the power n x raised to the power n minus x cubed by 3 factorial plus x raised to the power 5 by 5 factorial whole raised to the power n. See, numerator, simplifying numerator here is really quite a simple thing, but for denominator what are we going to do? See, we have two choices of approaching it. One is put the values, because we need it for n is equal to 1, we need it for n is equal to 2, we need it for any other value or natural number n which is greater than or equal to 3, okay. So that's one way of doing it. Another way is if we can do it for general case here. So let's try it if we can. So here it is limit as x approaches 0, x raised to the power n. Of course, from here I can take x common, so which will give us into x raised to the power n 1 minus x square by 3 factorial plus x raised to the power 4 by 5 factorial minus whole raised to the power n divided by x raised to the power n minus. Now how to open this raised to the power n? Okay, so see, how am I looking at it? So we are multiplying this bracket, this entire series, x minus x cubed by 3 factorial plus x raised to the power 5 by 5 factorial and dot 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 n times. So the minimum degree term which you will get is when you will select x from all the n brackets. So you will get x raised to the power n. So first term I write here is x raised to the power n. Then what? Then what else? See, the second highest degree term will be when you select x from n minus 1 bracket and select this one from 1 bracket, that is x cube upon 3 factorial from 1 bracket. Okay, so now there are n brackets. In how many ways you can select 1 bracket out of n? In nc1 ways. So that is n ways. Okay, so the second highest degree term will be and, since from n minus 1 bracket I am selecting x, so the coefficient will be positive, but from 1 bracket I am selecting negative times x cube by 3 factorial, so overall it's going to be negative. Negative and minus sign outside makes it positive, so it will be plus n into x raised to the power n plus 2 upon 3 factorial. Again, why is it n plus 2? Because see, why is it n? I told you in how many ways you can select 1 bracket out of n? nc1 ways. Okay, why the power is x raised to the power n plus 2? Because from n minus 1 brackets I selected x, so that gave us power x raised to the power n minus 1 plus 3, because from 1 bracket I selected x cube, so n minus 1 plus 3 is n plus 2. Now any other term will be the of power which is greater than this, so this gets cancelled. So now see, bachcho, so what are we at here? So it is x raised to the power 2n 1 minus x square by 3 factorial plus dot 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 whole raised to the power n, and this is n by 6 into x raised to the power n plus 2. And see, if I take it common, 1 minus plus doesn't matter, it will have something with x, some power like p, and then dot dot dot. Okay, now as x goes to 0, every term except these two are approaching 0. I mean 1 1 here, this one. Now see, when you have 0 by 0 form, you have polynomial terms in both numerator and denominator. The limit 0 by 0 form will give you non-zero finite value only when the degree of lowest degree terms in both numerator and denominator matches. I am repeating, only when the degree of lowest degree term in both numerator and denominator match. Okay, so to get here the non-zero finite value, so the degree here is lowest power is 2n and lowest power is n plus 2, so it should match n plus 2. So that means n is equal to 2. So when n is equal to 2, then only you will get non-zero finite value. And what will that be? So in that case, so the limit in that case, the rest of the term will go 0, these two term will get cancelled, so it's 6 by 2, which is 3, isn't that? 6 by n, and n is 2 here. Now what if n is less than 2? Okay, so if n is less than 2, let's say n is 1, so this is 2, degree of numerator is 2 and degree of denominator, that means which we have common, is 3. So when you cancel, you will be left with 1x in the denominator, and since x is approaching 0, it will go to infinity bachcho. So as n is equal to 1, it goes to infinity. As n is equal to 2, it goes to 3. And the reverse case, when n is 3, in the numerator you have degree, the common part is 2n, which is 6 here, it will be 6, whereas it will be 5, so you will be left with 1x in the numerator extra, for sure, for n 3 and greater than 3. So in that case, the limiting value is going to be 0. So all the above is the answer bachcho. Okay, so all these three options A, B and C are correct here. So that was the question on limits for today bachcho.